The UNDP and IGAD have agreed to collaborate closely over the coming years in promoting resilience and borderlands development in the Horn of Africa and to develop a joint IGAD-UNDP Integrated Programme. The agreement was reached on June 25, 2021 in a technical level dialogue between UNDP and IGAD involving other institutions working on resilience in borderlands and on cross-border programming in the Horn of Africa.
This long-standing partnership with IGAD, which dates back many years and is going from strength to strength. It's so timely as we look at issues of a cross-border nature, but also as we try to help the region overcome shocks. Really strengthening national and regional capacities for building resilience is at the core of how we recover and build forward better. Our work together has already brought significant changes in people's lives, and we have come together today to build on these and to take them further, to bring some new momentum and excitement to the important initiatives such as the Nairobi process. Looking at the current situation in the Horn of Africa, supporting Africa's borderland communities and also promoting resilience and peace is of course essential. And with the establishment of the Borderland Center and the Nairobi Resilience Hub, this is one key area of collaboration moving forward that we could offer.
The Horn of Africa is comprised of Djibouti, Eritrea, Ethiopia, Kenya, Somalia, South Sudan, Sudan, and Uganda. The Intergovernmental Authority on Development, IGAD, the African Union and the UNDP have been at the forefront in promoting and implementing this regional vision, including cross-border projects and approaches.
When it comes to the communities in Africa borderlands, they are at risk of being permanently left behind due to the multidimensional challenges they face. To avert this risk, we in Africa Borderland Center believe that it is high time to think differently, to follow a different approach, and involve multiple stakeholders, including the communities themselves. This workshop was organized to bring together the various UNDP entities, IGAD, African Union, development partners, and civil society organizations to brainstorm on ideas that can address the challenges of the communities in the borderlands of the IGAD regions.
Now, with the frequent droughts that are actually exacerbated by climate change, we have pastoralists moving across borders quite regularly. And with these movements, we get pastoral conflicts as they search for water and pasture. We also have problems of to do with migration, illegal, irregular, and unsafe migration across borders. We also have recently adopted a policy on cross-border informal trade and cross-border governance, where again we promote regional cooperation across borders to ensure that the borders are safely managed, that they are productive, and that we turn them from areas of low hope, low investment, poor socio-economic indicators into areas of productivity, areas that bring hope and contribute to the gross domestic product.
Further, the contributions and participation of the African Union provided oversight on the geopolitical frameworks that govern cross-border policies.
Pleased with the progress that the African Borderlands Center has made. I remember when we were having the initial conversation, and I think that it will be a multiplier to the work that the African Union Border Program is already doing, focusing on 3 areas, which is the delimitation and demarcation, cross-border cooperation, and capacity building. So this workshop has actually been very useful for me in the sense that it allowed me to have an understanding about what the UNDP is doing with regards to borderland issues and explore areas of cooperation.
So borderlands are really paradoxes. They are complex places that are also amongst the most energetic, but also often the most left behind. For the UN in Kenya, it's really vital that we engage the energies and expertise of UNDP and of IGAD to help us work on that challenge for Kenya. How to ensure that Kenya's borderlands become engines of growth and sustainable development rather than being risked of being left behind. And so that's why I'm really, really excited about what we're doing today, what we're launching today, what we're energizing today, which is this discussion about the future of borderlands in Africa, and that's going to be so vital to how we go forward as UN Kenya.
This Africa Borderlands Center is a partnership model that brings regional institutions like the African Union, because the remit of the Africa Borderlands Center is, of course, all of Africa and the 270 million Africans that live in borderland communities, but it also brings regional economic communities and the RECs and the IGAD Secretariat, the Intergovernmental Authority on Development, and the national and local governments, but also other international institutions. We have the World Bank, we have UNDP, of course, the country offices of those 8 countries in the Horn of Africa, to concretely discuss what programming opportunities that the Africa Borderlands Center can create in the next 3-4 years of operations.
The geographic focus will be on 4 IGAD clusters in the Horn. Cluster 1, Karamoja, covering South Sudan, Ethiopia, Kenya and Uganda. Cluster 2, Burana, covering Kenya and Ethiopia. Cluster 3, Mandera, covering Ethiopia, Kenya, Somalia, and Cluster 4, Indiki, covering Ethiopia, Djibouti and Somalia.